You're watching Soulful Discussions.
All right, so hi, welcome back. Third time, right?
Yes.
Third time. All right, so first of all, second interview has already come out. You had a chance to digest that, watch it. Thoughts about that one?
I liked it. I like all of your videos. I try to watch them when you post them or when I see them. So yeah, no, I think we had a really good conversation last time. So here again.
Absolutely. And we went to a different pedicure place this time, but the last one we went to, you really were like raving about the fact you were like, that was like one of the best pedicures I've ever had. Did this one measure up? Because we went today, did this one measure up or was it?
Yeah, so at first I was really nervous because when they took me to the chair or whatever, they just dumped my feet in real quick and then took them right back out and then immediately started doing the acrylic. So I'm like, wait, are they gonna not do anything else? And so I was like, wait a minute. But then she laid the acrylic and everything, buffed it out and everything, and then she did the whole pedicure and everything. And she was really, really sweet lady. Her name is Lynn.
Nice.
She was really, really sweet. I would definitely come back and go back to her because she was just she kept checking, because we had talked about it, I wanted it to be my toes to the shape to my nails to be square, and then she looked at them, she was like, okay, and she was like, but they're all round, and she laughed a little bit, and I was like, yeah, because every time I go to a nail salon place, they'll be like, oh, if they're shorter, they'll be like, oh, it's naturally shaped circle, you have to do circle, but I like them to be square, and so I was just next time I'm just gonna let them grow out, or like I said, get the acrylic so that way it could be square until it grows back out long enough to get them square.
The way you want it, yeah.
I want them because if it's circle, it's a gap in my nail because the shape of my toe is square. So sorry, that was a whole thing.
No, it's cool. It's cool. We love hearing about this stuff. Yeah.
So it was a whole thing, and so she was like, "Oh, don't worry." So she was like, "It's gonna be exactly how you want it." So she checked every step of the way that it was if it was the right shape, with the right color, even with the French tip, she made sure that I liked how thick it was, all of that. So
I'm glad.
really good, and the wax again is just the best part. I don't know why, but it is.
I think it's because that warming feeling, and then it's just that relaxing, almost puts you in that mood. It's interesting because I just took a lady there not too long ago, and she was like, I don't know what that warm stuff was that she put on my feet, but that felt good. And I was like, yeah, it's wax. She was like, yeah. She was like, I love that.
Yeah.
So great. So now we just walked over here. We got over here, and immediately something happened. You want to kind of fill everybody in on what happened, just a few minutes ago?
Yeah, we were setting up, just getting ready, and it looked like a group of teenage guys.
Yeah, some teenage boys.
Might have saw me drive up or get out the car, and so they were trying to be hey ma, try to get me to come
shoot
over
they
there.
Shot. Yeah, shoot
they shot. First of all, they were at least 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? There gotta be a full football field between us right now. I can't see you, I can't hear you. You can't at least
don't know who you are.
Don't know who you are. First of all, I'm old as hell. Y'all look like y'all children. I can't,
You're not old, okay?
I mean, compared to them, though,
you're older than them.
That'll be a case.
Absolutely.
So
a couple cases right there.
It was a group of them. And it was not even a small group. It was
That's 10. It was 10.
Yeah. I was it's a lot of guys. Why would one girl walk up to all them guys?
Yeah,
but, so yeah, that was. But we just ignored it. I'm pretty used to it, so I just kind of tone it out. Or if they're closer, more intimate, I try to be as polite as possible, as nice as possible. Because you just don't know how people are gonna respond. So I give them my number and I just don't respond. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
I feel it.
I've had to block some people.
The block party, man, is real, man. You got to do it sometimes.
I'm not even a type of person that likes to block people. I can ignore you. I will mute their thread, but some people just don't stop. This one guy, I'm not even gonna go to that. That's a whole story.
These are soulful discussions. You want to hear about this stuff?
Man, I was on a run. Do you really want to hear it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was on a run for work, and I had to go to Home Depot to pick up these heaters. The big space heaters type things. Yeah. And so my boss had already ordered them online. They just were ready for pickup, and Home Depot has this certain space for you to go for pickups or whatever. whatever. You have to like go to the desk to like show them proof or whatever, and they give it to you. But it was like a long line and nobody was there, so like I was standing there and I saw this guy come in. He like made eye contact with me, and then like he came and got behind me in line. And then like we were standing there forever, nobody was helping us. Eventually he got helped, and like he kind of like tried to like linger, but like I was like in a different like lane than him, so like what I was trying to do I couldn't get help with, so then he like left. And so then not too long after that I got my space heaters, and mind you, it's winter time and it's like 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on a work run. Like I don't even, this is not like a leisure thing. Like I'm on the clock. Gotta get back to work so I can go home. You know what I'm saying? It's a late night. And he comes, like as I'm walking out of Home Depot, he comes up to me. Mind you, hey, I left out like 10 minutes before. He comes up to me. He's just like, excuse me. I'm like, what? You know, I'm like, you know, and then of course I parked like on the the furthest part of the parking lot. Ain't nobody over there. It's dark. And he was just like, I didn't want to go all the way to my car, so I'm like, you know, trying to stop and talk to him. He's just like going on and on, like how it's the most beautiful girl he's ever seen, and he was just like enamored since the time he walked through the door. He just had to talk to me and all this, right? This older gentleman, I think he was like Armenian or something. He had like a heavy accent, and I was just like, you know, cool, give you my number, you know, we'll talk, whatever. Like, but not really. It's 9 p.m. It's really late. I'm trying to you know, be as nice as possible. Like, it's this white van right here. I don't know if it's like a regular van or if it's his van. You know, because Home Depot would be having the vans. So you
still gotta be careful. You gotta
be aware. Be aware or whatever. He ended up walking back to his car. I went back to my car. I loaded the heaters or whatever, and went back to work. But he like nonstop like texted and called all throughout the day, like for days, and then like even to a certain point, like he sent me like a picture, that unsolicited, you know, picture, and so then I was like, oh no, I have to block you at that point
party.
Because I hadn't responded in days, and so I'm like I'm at work, my phone is constantly ringing. I'm like, crazy. Jesus, but like,
it's crazy. Yeah, so that's why. So now here's what I want to ask you, because of course you're not from Cali, okay? In terms of the way guys are here, is it the same where you're from? Are guys more direct there? Do they like for example, in that situation, right? Guys are in the crowd, they're trying to talk to you. Would a guy like walk away from the crowd to like come up and talk to you?
Yeah, I feel like Detroit men are a little bit more confident, a little more cocky about it. I feel like they would definitely, at least like the kind of people like I was around, would definitely like come up by themselves and try and talk to you, even in front of your. You might be with a group of friends, but they'll still like come and talk to you.
They're gonna be bold about it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I kind of feel like in this situation. In this situation right here, no, it was like that was a little wild. Like, because I was even sitting there and I was like, I didn't know who they were talking to. I was like, at first I didn't know if they were like waving me over.
There's nobody
and then I looked around and I was like, well, there's nobody else over there. And then they started saying, hey, Bob, like, you know, hey, you know. I was like, okay. I was like, we wilding out now. So, yeah, absolutely. So, we were talking a little bit like offline about like sometimes some of the things that women, you know, deal with, and sometimes guys, you know, we don't pick up on the fact that like, you know, a lot of times like the situation you were just talking about, you're in a situation where it's like it's 9 p.m. like you're trying to like get on home or whatever like that. You're trying to be safe, and a guy's approaching you and he's not thinking about that. Instead, he's thinking about like his own needs or whatever that is. In terms of that, what would you say to guys like if you were giving them advice in terms of like how to like deal with those situations?
Would you want a guy to approach your little sister, you know, at the store at Home Depot at 9 p.m. trying to holler at her? You know what I'm saying? Just think about all the crazy stuff that does happen in the world, and think about how a stranger, like a girl will feel. She doesn't know you, and you might have all the good intentions. You might be a nice guy, but we can't, like, Ted Bundy was super nice and super charming and super friendly.
I tell people about that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, I would never pick up a hitchhiker, and it could be like a woman with a child, but nowadays they using the kid. Like, it's like people are ruthless and evil, and it happens every day. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be like, oh, it's not gonna happen to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never know. So I'd rather just be safe than sorry.
Yeah, I love that. And I think that, like, kind of like what you said, right? And I think that that's kind of what puts me the way that I am. Like, when I go out and do these interviews, like, my mom, like, if somebody was approaching my mom, or somebody was approaching my sister or my girlfriend or anything like that, like, in those situations, like, I don't feel like it's anything wrong with approaching somebody, but you just have to know, like, the correct manner to go about it, and, like, understand, like, pretty much the situation that you're in. Like, so, like, 9 p.m. at night, like, in a dark parking lot or whatever, like, that's probably not the best thing to do.
Like, at least you could have said something in the store. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that would have been better.
It's well lit. Other people are there. Other people are in line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't wait till I go outside. You know, because like most guys would be like, but I'll probably never see this girl again, and you might not. You know what I'm saying?
And you just gotta take it as that. It wasn't meant to be.
It's not fate, bro. Right? It wasn't meant to be. Like, don't make her uncomfortable. And yes, you know, it's usually super flattering when guys do approach you, but at the same time, and like girls want guys to approach them. You know that when it's an uncomfortable setting, because how else are you gonna like meet somebody or get to know somebody? Like, there just has to be like a right time and a place, or a different way than just like making you just put like and pushing yourself onto somebody. Like, if they, and then like read body language, read facial language. If like if I think you're cute and you're coming up to talk to me, you're gonna see it. Even if I'm trying to play it cool, I'm gonna be more likely to try and talk to you or be interested in the conversation. If you're not getting that initially,
you gotta read
the room, move on. Like, I was working, I'm on the clock. My boss is waiting on me to get back. I gotta go. I can't even really have a conversation now. You know what I'm saying? But if I was interested, I'd be like, let me get your number real quick. I gotta go, but
I'll hit you up.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask you this, right? Because like we're talking about guys, right? In terms of women approaching women, because you talked about that in your first interview, right? I go out, shoot my shot. Are there ever situations where you're like, okay, this is probably not the best situation for me to like approach this guy? Like, do you think about that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not gonna, like, if it's a girl and a guy, just them two alone, like, I'm not about to approach him. I don't know if that's, you know, his girlfriend, his wife or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be disrespectful. I'll try to like read, if I'm like with them for a while, maybe try to like read body language or ask somebody before I do that. Like, I'm not about to, because I know how I would feel. I have had girls like with my ex, like, come up to him and just straight shoot they shot like I wasn't standing there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crazy.
You know, and they don't know, even girls be knowing that I'm the girlfriend, still come up and say just something, you know, disrespectful about it. So like, I've been in that situation, so I would try not to put somebody else in that situation. So that's something that I'll keep in mind. Like, I don't do guys with kids, but like, I wouldn't approach a guy with a kid. You know what I'm saying? If he's with his kids, like, clearly that's his priority right now.
What if it was his little brother? Or like
I don't know that. He need to be watching them.
So at that point, you're just like, nah, I'm good.
I mean, like, cause not to say that that's why I'm not approaching him, but I'm saying, like, I wouldn't approach him if he seems.
Oh, I see what you're saying, because he's like in the middle of doing something.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to interrupt his time with his kids and where he. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, just gotta be mindful for that, those type of things.
Absolutely. That's definitely dope, man. I love that. So, you kind of told me, like, birthday's coming up, right? And we're going to drop this video on your birthday. So, already, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Glad that we were able to take you out to get a pedicure and everything. And, like, hopefully you can have some fun, like, during your birthday and everything like that.
Yeah.
How's it feel getting another year older? Like, you kind of moving in the direction that you said, like, you came to California to, like, do some things. How's it feeling? Do you feel like you're, like, on that right track?
Yeah, 25 feels like a really big year for me. And that's kind of like, because I'm doing the photo shoot tomorrow, that's kind of like why I wanted to do a photo shoot. I'm like, I want to like mark this moment, like, because I really feel like from the person who I was when I first moved out here to who I am now, I've changed so much and I've grown so much, and I'm like in completely different circumstances that the person back then would be blown away and be surprised about, like what I'm doing right now, where I am in life right now, because this is nothing where I thought I would be, but I'm happy for where I am. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I just want to go and, like, this is like the other half of my 20s, my late 20s, right? My mid
you're like right in the mid.
I'm in the middle, so I'm about to start actually, like, I feel like an adult now. Like, there's nothing else holding me back. I can get my own insurance. I can finally rent a car without the young driver's fee. But I tell you, they tax for that.
Oh man.
Tax a car be $150 a day, where it usually be $30. I just feel like, bro, because I'm under 25.
I remember when that first happened, when I was like trying to rent a car, and I remember when that first happened, and I was just like, for what? Like, what's? Oh, because I'm a little bit younger. Okay.
I'm a little bit younger.
A year. Okay.
A little bit more, less experience, you know, or whatever. But honestly, I could have been driving since I've been driving since I was 16. What if somebody got their license at 21? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know how much I got more experience than that 21-year-old.
Yeah, for real.
So.
Yeah, I definitely get it, man.
I
definitely get it. Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into this again. We went and got a pedicure today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at how this pedicure looks compared to the other one. First time I met you, I think there was no pedicure, but your toe was kind of messed up because you had just got back and you're like, man, it was. Second time, you got red, but it had grown back. You started to feel more comfortable with it. Now this third time we went and got something done. Let's take a look.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And I like you got the Crocs out here.
They're so messy. Dirty, messy.
Okay. All right. Nice. And I like what they did here. You said like you really liked what was going on here. What was happening? Okay.
Yeah. So this here's like stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Still some wax there. But I like to get, like I said, acrylic on my big toe because it kind of gets that box shape that I really like. And I like a French tip because it's just very neutral. Because the nails I'm getting for my birthday are just a whole bunch of different colors. So I just wanted something that would be neutral with that because it wouldn't be a color I could really
Because you can wear this
match.
with anything,
exactly.
Right? Absolutely.
And then, I'm having 3 looks tomorrow for the photo shoot, so I need something that's kind of like neutral to all 3.
That's dope. So. Okay, I like that. All right, let's get you to extend out so we see the bottoms. All right. And so it looks like, they scrubbed these things good for you. They really put in some work here. How did you like it? Because they got the massage chairs there. You got a little bit of a massage too. Yeah,
it was good. Yeah, the other place too had a massage chair.
Yeah, the other place is dope.
Yeah, they did both of them.
And I was gonna go there with you the last time, but I think like the schedule was just a little bit.
Yeah, I had to work. I'm sorry.
No, look, I get it, dude. Like sometimes I gotta work on the weekends and stuff too, so I definitely get it. It's all good. All right, so we're doing a little bit something different that I usually do in these videos now, where I actually give you the camera and let you do a POV. You actually take some shots of your own feet, whatever like that. You good with that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna hand that to you. All right, you just kind of point down and see what you see there. What do you see now? So we've talked a little bit and about like how your feet are and everything like that. And I think some of the things that you mentioned, like your feet are technically like, I think you mentioned more about your like pinky toes, right?
Yeah.
You said like you wish they were more like this, and you like. But what are the things you like? I think you said you did like the fact that they're small. So let's point out some stuff from your POV.
Okay. So I do like that they are like smaller because I can get cheap shoes that are pretty cool. I like how like wide, not necessarily wide, but I like how my big toe nail is shaped or formed or whatever. I think my big toe is kind of crooked. It's kind of big, but I do like the nail. The nail is always a nice color, nice solid. My toenails grow fast and healthy.
Yeah.
So I like that too. Right now I really like this pedicure, especially like on the not just the big toes, but the smaller toes. I think it's like really cute. Because I had got white last time. I had got a pedicure and they just kept getting dirty and it just looked really bad.
You're so like, nope, no more of that.
French tip was my like first favorite. So
nice.
And I like the color of my feet.
So how does this feel like in terms of like doing it from your POV? Like you get to see like maybe sometimes with some of the stuff that I'm shooting at. You noticing anything different while you're doing it?
No, I think I know what they look like before you show me. So.
Yeah. I look at them every day, so there you go.
You know, I mean, do I look at them? I wash my feet every day, so I guess.
There it is.
You don't pay that much attention to your feet that often.
Let me get you to cross. Let's take the left leg and put it over your right. There you go.
Like this.
Yeah, and then point your toes more up. Up. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of giving people like the time to be like a little bit of a director. It's a little bit like you get to be behind the camera and do a little bit of your own. Yeah, I tried that out in the last one. So the same day when I met you, I had to go, like I said, to another shoot, another girl, and then so that same lady, I started doing that with her just to see like, what would it be like? Because I was like, let's see, what would I get from this? And like, it actually turned out pretty good. So, yeah, cool. All right, so let's go back now. So in terms of this, right, have you told any of your friends about this? Any of your friends watched your videos or anything like that? Or?
I don't know if anybody's watched them.
But you have told them.
Yeah, I have told a couple of my friends, and I have sent it to them. And I told my mom. My mom knows. So I don't know if she's watched them either, but they know it. I think they might have followed the page. I sent them all the stuff.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they like it. I try to do things, like I said, in hopefully a tasteful way and make it as pleasant as possible. You know, teach their own. I think I sent you some pictures last time too, right?
Yeah.
Did you like those?
Yeah.
Nice. Something different. Let me get you to cross the other way now. All right. Cool. Now, what are some things that you could tell us in terms of the channel? Because like you've been saying, this is the third time you're back. You said some different things for us. Do you have anything for us today as we start to wrap this up? In terms of this portion, we're going to shoot a little bit, a couple other things, but what do you have for me in terms of this?
Dang, I should have thought about this before I should have
thought about this. I knew it was coming.
I knew I should have known. What have I been focusing on lately? I just, I feel like everybody's struggling right now.
Yeah.
Like, really, like,
with a lot of stuff.
Things are expensive, like, beyond expensive.
$6 now.
Gas is $5, like $5.50 in Michigan right now, and we have, my parents have never seen gas that expensive in Michigan, like, ever. And it might go up, they say it might go up to $8, and ours might go up to $10. Like, my apartment just sent us our renewal contract, and it went up $200 just for the same exact apartment. And then it's like, if you don't renew by a certain date, you'll get like the contracted price, which is like $500 more than what we're paying. So somebody who's coming in new is paying $500 more than what I was paying for the same apartment last year. And like, it's just like, it's and they only make it minimum wage. So just know that everybody is struggling right now, and it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to lean on your friends, that you don't have to do it alone, because me and my roommate, we both be struggling together, but we be helping each other out, you know what I'm saying? And having a good time while we do it, because like, you have to, life is the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, you reach small accomplishments throughout the way, but every time you accomplish one, you want another, and you accomplish one and you want another. You're always going to want something else. So you'll never reach that point that everybody kind of like strives to. So you need to enjoy, because you'll try to get there and look back and see that your life is gone and you enjoyed none of it. So just be intentional about what you do. Be intentional about being in the moment with the people that you're with in that moment. Because people aren't here forever. I was thinking about this earlier today. I think my grandparents, all of them were pretty traumatized about their lives before I got here. So they don't talk about it. And they don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll talk about the things they want to talk about. Like, I know my granddad was a musician and he traveled around the world, but I know nothing about his life when him and my grandmother were together. You know what I'm saying? Like, my grandfather doesn't talk about the war. I don't know what his life was like before that. So it's like, I don't even have that to like be able to carry on to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Or when they're gone. Huge gap. When they're gone off this earth, I won't even be like, have anything to like be like, oh yeah, that reminds, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be intentional, and remember, like, life goes fast, and just enjoy the moment, because before you know it, you're gonna be 40,
I'll be gone,
50 years old.
It's like, what did I do with all this time that I had? Like,
people die every day. There's no guarantee that you have a tomorrow. So just treat people with kindness.
My brother, the anniversary for my brother's death is coming up on.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
On June 24th. He's been gone for, it'll be 20 years this year. And
that's crazy.
It never gets any never gets any easier. Like, as a matter of fact, I was driving the other day, and as I was driving, like, I started thinking about him. I was listening to a song, and like, just like something triggered that, and I just started crying. It was like, didn't know, just cried for like a good 5 minutes, and I was just like, okay, all right, this is what this is. And it's rough, man. Like, but like you said, people die every day, and then you don't ever want to think that like there was something that you could have said or something you could have done, time you could have spent, and you didn't do it, and now that person is gone, and you'll never get that opportunity again. So Yeah, definitely important. But anyway, appreciate you coming back for a third time. Like I said, we're gonna go shoot a little bit more, but want to say bye to everybody?
Bye, everybody.